I am a 30-year-old woman. And this week alone, my mother-in-law, my boss, and my cleaning lady have told me that I need to have a baby in the next 5 years.
You know it's bad when the cleaning lady has to say that.
But if you close your emotional damage, emotional damage, emotional.
You've said that this was your last chance at love.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Welcome back, guys, to another video of women hitting
The wall, no man on earth can make it fall.
and stay till the end, guys, if you want to see the answers to the top 2 questions from the last video.
Does anyone else feel like they have so many friends? Things seem so good, but yet, like, sometimes you just feel like you're so alone. Like, your late 20s is just so confusing. Like, sometimes you break up with who you thought was gonna be your, like, love of your life, where you thought you were going to build a family with, and now you're just, like, in a new city with new friends trying to, like, rebuild your life, and, like, it just doesn't make sense, because I thought by now, like, I'd have everything that I wanted, but I guess I don't. And sometimes I just want to break down, because it just is so hard.
I get that it's so hard, but just trying being a man. See how hard it is then to get a new girlfriend or a new wife, because women have lots and lots and lots more options than men.
Someday, you're gonna be someone's best thing, someone's favorite thing, and that someone would never do anything to intentionally hurt you. They would never put themselves in a position to lose you because they know how special you are.
I honestly, guys, I don't believe in this. If you want something in life, you have to work for it. It doesn't just fall from the sky. I see all these videos like, yeah, it will happen. You will be fine. You will find the love of your life. No. If you don't work on it, if you don't work on yourself, if you don't know how to attract the right man, see the red flags, it won't happen. I don't know how people think like this. Anything that is worth having in life, you have to work for it.
They know your worth. They celebrate you. They see you for all that you are. You're gonna be someone's best thing.
Being single in my 30s, my biggest question is not, am I gonna find someone who loves me? No, my biggest question is, am I gonna love someone else again? You know? Because it hasn't happened in a hot minute. Dating apps? No. There's no connection there. The audacity and the things that some of these boys say. Can't do it. In person? Hasn't been working for me either. There's been some great guys.
So if the apps don't work, if in person doesn't work, I'm sure all the men that you've talked to are the problem, not you.
Feel there's no connection. Let's try this. And I'm like, I'm not attracted to you. I don't want to spend a lot of time with you. And I'm really worried that I just learned to love my time by myself, time alone, a little too much. A little bit too much peace.
Yeah, if you like being on your own, you can't convince somebody to have you in your life if they just want to be alone, of course. So if you're fine alone, then why are you complaining? Just be alone for the rest of your life. Nobody will force you to be in a relationship.
On my own. And I'm kind of starting to get worried now.
Thank you, come again.
I'm too masculine around you, it's simply because I'm not for you. You're not the man for me, and I'm not the woman for you, because women naturally submit to men that they feel safe and comfortable around. Baby, the math is not mathing. And I have said this once, and I will say it again, no man wants no aggressive-ass woman. If you're upset about something and you know you're talking with a little bit more aggression in your voice, a little bit more passion in your voice, okay. But when you just over the top aggressive, don't nobody want to deal with that.
Yeah, and they will never change. They won't believe me or anybody else that tells them that men, most men, not all men, I'm sure there are exceptions to everything in life. Most men don't want aggressive women, don't want strong, independent women.
No man wants a woman with all this aggression and masculine ass energy.
Yeah,
And I've never
we want a feminine woman, a submissive woman. It's
understood why so many women don't understand that. Because let you detect any type of feminine energy in a man, y'all will drag him through the mud.
I think one of the biggest issues that I see in today's society when it comes to dating and being in relationships is that people are so scared to be alone. So they just date the wrong people, the people that aren't right for them. They lower their standards because...
Yeah, that's true, guys. I told you, you should see the red flags. If you ignore them, then you can't complain in my comments saying all the women are the same. No, you chose that woman. You saw the red flags, you ignored them. The same with women. I get lots of comments. Oh, but he turned to be like this, he turned out to be like that. Nobody can lie 24/7. You will see the signs, you will see the red flags. Don't ignore them. Some people, I honestly believe that some people can't learn unless they fall victim to that, unless it happens to them. Only then, and maybe not even then, they try to change.
Anything is better than being by themselves. Anything is better than spending time with themselves and getting to know themselves, getting to know...
By the way, guys, please let me know down in the comments if you see any improvements in the camera quality. I did a lot of tweaking and watching YouTube videos about recording and stuff like that. And let me know if the image quality improved.
What is beneath the surface. And I saw this pretty young from being in relationships that just weren't right for me. And I then vowed to myself, I'm going to get to know myself. I'm going to be happy in my solitude. So I never end up with just being with someone because I'm too afraid to be alone.
Can I just say that the dating world sucks so bad right now.
Everybody knows it.
It's ridiculous. I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids. And life...
Then it's even harder. It's even harder. 100 times harder in my opinion.
Life is a struggle. And then I gotta invest in messaging all these random dudes on dating apps that can't even be bothered to respond back. It's stupid. Like, I think I've gotten a guy to talk to me on a dating app for a full week. And that's as far as it goes. Like, these jokers.
You know it's bad, guys, when she has to message men. Usually men will pound girls with like 100 messages a day.
Are boring and can't even hold a conversation. And then they want me to go out on a physical date with them when I'm the one that's constantly coming up with questions to ask. Stupid. Stupid.
Thank you, come again.
Yes, but you can't have unrealistic standards, expectations because you're a single mother. And women just don't want to understand that. Yes, you should have high standards, good standards, but not unrealistic standards. You can't, you just can't. You should know your value, you should know your worth, your actual worth, not what everybody else tells you online and what women say and you're a queen and you go girl. Know your actual worth. And then try to meet those standards, a guy that is on your actual level.
I feel like a lot of people approach dating as if it's like this competition of like who can care less. And I'm always gonna lose that game because you win, I care more. I'm always gonna care. I don't know how to turn off my emotions. I don't know how to not give a fuck. So I don't think I'm equipped for this. I think
Guys, I think that's a cap, and you all know it. Because if she's caring and if she's emotional and if she really loves a guy and can love, she can find 100 men right now in half an hour. But no, she goes for the men that don't care about her. And that's why she says, oh, all the guys, all the dating scene, all people don't care. No, the guys that you date don't care. Don't care about you, don't care about feelings. That's the problem.
I think I'm good. I think I need to just collect cats and stay to myself so I don't get my little feefies hurt.
One of the worst pieces of dating advice that I hear and see on the internet right now is don't change yourself for a man. And you know what, ladies? I think that's bad advice. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you continue doing what you've always done, you're going to continue getting what you've always gotten. And if you...
Yeah, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results.
High standards and you want someone who's objectively maybe out of your league, maybe they're really successful, really good looking, really well traveled, really fit, really fill in the blank, whatever you want, but you're not currently attracting that kind of person, then you might need to look inward and do some self-improvement. You might need to grow and evolve into the best version of you that that person is attracted to. And that does require change and it requires uncomfortableness. But if you want something better, you're going to have to do something different.
You have to work for it, guys. Anything in life that's worth having, you have to work for it. It won't just fall from the sky.
That's how it works. So if you don't, then that's fine, but don't be mad that you continue attracting the kind of person you've always gotten. And if you are, maybe change is something to consider. Let me know what you think in the comments, though, and follow for more.
I saw a TikTok the other day where someone left a comment saying that men are simple. All they want is food, head, loyalty, peace. To which the creator replied, that is not simple. That is everything that a woman is. And I cannot stop thinking about it. We talk a lot about how men are so simple and women are so complex in their needs. But I make the argument that this is because women have to be way more specific in what they ask for in order to be able to communicate that with men, while men use these very broad terms that actually entail a lot. Yes, often when women ask for things, we have to list off these 6 or 7 exact things that we want a man to do. And that's because if we say, we want your leadership, we want your presence, it will get lost in translation.
Yeah, the problem is that most men will compromise for the right woman. Oh, she's not that attractive, but she respects me, she values me, she listens to me. He will compromise. Women, she has a list of 10 things that she wants. That guy only meets 9 things. It's over. You can't even talk to her. Oh, he doesn't meet the requirements. Yeah, but he has like 9 things off of your list. No, it's not 10. It's not perfect.
A man can say, I want food, head, peace. And it sounds so simple, but what he's asking for encompasses a lot.
No, that's not true. You've always heard that saying. The key to a man's heart is through his stomach. All men want food. They want a woman that is submissive, that is friendly, that is feminine. That's all. That's what women used to be.
Why is it that the more successful I've become, the less that men seem to want to date me? For those of you who are further along in your careers, I'm really curious to hear what your experience has been with this, so wanted to share mine. I always get told that I am too intimidating. Just because I am a strong, independent woman doesn't mean that I want to be that in every single category of my life.
Yes, but men don't want strong, independent women. And it doesn't matter how many times I say it, women will still not believe. Like, you want to get a man. We are men, and we're saying this. We don't want this and this and this. And you say, no, I don't believe that.
Because I'll tell you, I'm exhausted and I would really love to have some help sometimes. And I miss having a kind of companionship and partnership. And I want to still be able to have my hobbies. I want my partner to have their hobbies, right? Or future partner, because I'm single. When I go on first dates, I try really hard to not talk too much about my job. I really want to get to know the other person, what they care about, things that they like to do, and just enjoy their presence and have a good time. I'm not here to be, like it's like some kind of interview or something like that. And so I actually try not to answer too many questions about my job. Like I just kind of try to quickly, oh yeah, this is what I do, and then like try to move on. I've actually had an amazing dating experience so far in New York. I've been here for almost a year now. I also think that it's not necessarily a bad thing to have this automatic filter. I've come to embrace it. It's just kind of interesting because I noticed that people make a lot of comments, or they kind of put me on some kind of pedestal, or they just make these observations. It's hard to pinpoint exactly, but I'm curious if anyone else, especially career women, if you've had this experience before. I try really hard to just not talk about what
I'm sure they have. Lots and lots of women have this experience.
I do for work. I would say from my experience, this is gender specific, and I've only noticed this with men. As a bisexual woman, I haven't had this experience when dating women or non-binary individuals.
That's the problem, guys. That's the problem. You saw the problem right there in the last statement. Okay, guys, so these are the top 2 questions from the last video. First one. Do the women who post cringe online really represent the average woman out there? Is it possible we overgeneralize what most single women are like because we assume TikTok represents the average woman? We hear that 80% of women only look at the top 20% of men. Well, now it's more like 10% or 5%. Could it be that the 80% of women that post cringe online are delusional, but not the silent majority out there? Just saying. Let's say that the women that post on TikTok are not the average, are not the majority, not majority of women. But just think about their videos. Their videos get millions and millions of views each day when they give dating advice. And there are millions of millions of other women, normal women, that watch TikTok and they listen to what they're saying, to their dating advice. So even if the majority of women are not posting on TikTok and maybe are not delusional, they listen to what other women say on TikTok and they start acting like that, and they start believing and thinking the way that those women on TikTok do. Just think about how many TikToks each day are posted. How many millions of women see, especially from the USA, their advice each day when they see the women posting their lists, what they want in men. Just think about the high standards. So other women see this and they think, oh, well, I want the same. If that woman, that girl can have that, why can't I? And they all start thinking the same. So just think about that. Okay, let's go to the next question. How important do you think looks are in terms of partner selection? I'm not looking for a perfect woman, but I often find I'm not attracted when I meet a really good woman, and I tend to feel like I'm a bad person for it. Thanks, mate. I think a lot of guys are willing to compromise if it's the right woman, if she's friendly, feminine, submissive. I think a lot of guys will downgrade in the looks department. But I've always said this, it doesn't matter if she's Miss America. If every day after you come home from work you argue and you have no peace and you're all day frustrated, especially when you're frustrated during your job and you just want to come home and just chill, just relax, and you get home and it's always arguments and she doesn't want to do anything, it doesn't matter if she's Miss America. It won't last. You won't last. How much time can you last? I don't know. This to me is childish. Of course, there needs to be a certain level of attraction, but why does it matter so much if she's Miss America and each day your life is miserable? Is that better? Is that better just because she's good looking? I don't know. That's for you to decide, but in my opinion, that's just stupid. If you really want a partner, if you really want a wife with a woman, there are more important things, I believe. And plus, I don't know, why isn't she good looking? Oh, well, she's overweight. Okay, she can go to the gym. You can both go to the gym. You can both start dieting. I think that can be fixed. I really think that. I really think that. My girlfriend wasn't going to the gym when I met her, and now she is. And she looks 10 times better than when I met her. It's for you to decide, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.